Fix my do-rag real quick. Now let me stop. Make sure what y'all see is what y'all get from me, so y'all should know me by now. What's good, everybody? I wanted to do like a quick recap video, just from the 365 meet that I did, and see if I can change the lighting. Try to make this video seem a little cute. I ain't really feeling the yellow lighting though, but I got some homework I gotta do. Then after I get done with that, I'm going to stream until I get sleepy. Not like I got anything like better to do anyway. Red, orange, yellow, green. I like the green color, so we gonna rock it out with the green, y'all. Anyway, so just a quick little recap from the live streams that I did. They were very insightful. I got to so far I've live streamed for USP, PLU, and 365. I've met some interesting people from the 365 Federation, and I met some interesting people from the live stream I just did this past weekend. There are certain things I do want to speak on, and I'm speaking on it maybe from a bitter place. Okay, that's negativity, so I won't speak on it, but I realized that I stress myself out because I want to give the best product, if that makes sense. Originally, when I started live streaming for these meets, I just wanted to help somebody, and that wanting to help made me invest. Ultimately, it made me better at live streaming. I'm not really good with wordplay or anything, but I never started like live streaming. I was perfectly okay with just live streaming from gaming, and that's it. That's really kind of what I wanted to do after being med-boarded from the military anyway. But there's more to live streaming than just gaming, which is what I'm learning. I've learned about IRLs. I'm very grateful that people will watch me work out at the gym. I think that's kind of... So my shift has been different from regular recording videos to just live streaming. I don't interact with my audience, I know, but you'd be surprised how many people, even on a live stream, will sit and watch you work out. That's kind of crazy. But back to the live stream. But back to these past two events that I did, back to back. One was 2.5 hours, well 3 because it was Statesville. It was 3 hours away from me, and again, a lot of things, especially I'm learning by myself. A lot of things stress me. A lot of new things stress me out, especially when I'm in a realm that I'm not comfortable with or something that I'm unfamiliar with. And again, it's just all me. Nobody's really taking me to the side and like teaching me about live streaming, and I don't even know if live streaming is something that you can be taught. But live streaming for these events like kind of made me like really insightful, you know. When I took a trip out to Louisiana, I got with one of the gyms out in New Orleans, and they actually have a live stream / videography team. You know, like they got the shirts and the, you know, basically I'm going to assume it's like a trademark LLC, but it's actually a company, and they do videography of the powerlifters, and they also do live streaming. So I've been trying to get a team going, and that's kind of hard for where I'm at. Hopefully nobody sees this video where I'm from and take offense, but there's a reason why I've been getting more traction outside of where I'm from than my actual community. And that's not shade or anything, but at the same time I kind of recognize that because I'm doing it, nobody takes me seriously. Well, there are a certain few. Like, again, big shout out, you know, to the person who wanted me to live stream anyway, you know, And like I said, I genuinely like helping people. I never really sought anything out except, hey, thank you for helping. But also too, as I got better and better at doing this, like I've noticed, it's kind of like, I'll just say this and keep it moving, but I've noticed a lot of monitoring spirits lately, and that bothers me. But that's another topic. But I've, like, prime example, I learned about overlays for lifting casts on Twitch, and I would not have learned that unless I recently did the live streaming event um, this past weekend in Georgia. You can overlay lifting cast and edit it, to where you don't just see the three dots. And I think that is cool, and that is something I want to bring to future live streamings for powerlifting. Again, I still have the team thing in mind, but unfortunately, I think it's gonna come from people who are not like within Fayetteville, North Carolina. It's kind of sad, but people. This is me speaking from a bitter place, but the people I want help from are people that I know I've supported. Like, I've gone to their comps and everything, or supported one of their athletes' comps and gone to those, but for some odd reason, me doing these live streams, people are just watching if I'm able to do it, but they're not really promoting or supporting. Again, it's not that type of video, but I wanted to do a recap of what I've learned. But I think one thing when you have a product, never let somebody, especially if it's a product that everybody wants to use, and this isn't me like talking cocky, but never have a product, never let somebody tell you what your product is worth. Whether it is live streaming, whether it is videography, whether it is content creating, if it is something that other people want to genuinely use, don't ever let somebody tell you what your product is worth. I don't have the best product, I will admit that. But where I'm at, I recognize I'm the only one giving out this product. And I'll also give my community the benefit of the doubt as far as like the live streaming events that I have done. Live streaming, and this is what I think people fail to realize. Live streaming is the new wave. People aren't just posting reels and shorts and clips of working out anymore. People are actually live streaming it. Like, just like physical currency, how we're not weird, but how we're going into more of a digital age from physical currency to digital / cryptocurrency. That's how live streaming is. And anybody watching this video, whether you're a fan, a supporter, or my opposition, if I have any of those, but we need to start like adjusting to what, especially if you want to make profit, because by the time you get to it, it ain't gonna be profitable anymore. But I said all that to say this. I wanted to give a big shout out again to USPA for allowing me to stream, allowing me to get my product better. I remember the very first live streaming event I did, my camera overheated. So my product has been, in the beginning, a lot of trial and error. First time I did this, my camera overheated and I had to use, I don't know if y'all can see it. Yeah, y'all can in the video. I had to use this bummy ass webcam to give like the worst possible quality for live streaming. I had to invest in a dummy battery. Then another live I did, which again, another one of my lives that I did, the Wi-Fi was bad, so I wasn't able to maintain an internet connection, so I had to use the Wi-Fi from my phone and hope which it did. It holds up, and I was able to live stream the event. This past, what I learned with that is I literally got my own Wi-Fi box, and now I can live stream from that box. Like I'm not at the mercy of the building or the gym that I'm at. Then I learned, then I learned that I'm capable of live streaming a 2-platform meet, maybe even 3 now. So my product, so I've live streamed, the one in November will be my 10th product. So I've live streamed for 10 between powerlifting and even martial arts. I've live streamed 10 times since April or May for events. So I'm very, very grateful for that. But again, with that being said, do not allow people to tell you what they think your product is worth. Especially if it's a free service. Oh my God. But that's neither here nor there. I think the one thing that I'm very, very grateful for live streaming these events, I've learned powerlifting is very, very broad, and there is no one set standard when it comes to power. Shit, 365 definitely taught me that. And I say that respectfully, but there really isn't a one set standard in powerlifting. Now I have learned, and I've been knew this before. I've been knew this for a while. There's really no set standard for powerlifting, but there are bad examples in powerlifting. That's what I don't like when it comes to powerlifting. You got some real bad examples in powerlifting, and you got some communities that are so toxic, they will allow that bad example to mature and grow. They'll hold certain people to a standard, and they'll talk shit about people that they wouldn't even confront. And again, this isn't one of those messy videos. It's just, again, me live streaming these events. I have learned that there's really no set standard in powerlifting. And I kind of thought that there was. And only reason because nobody can hold me more accountable than myself. If it's fucked up, it's because I fucked it up. But you can best believe if everything is going good, it's because I ensured that it happened. And that's kind of my mindset for just live. I'm going to change the color a little bit, y'all. It's actually kind of getting on my nerves. Do that. How y'all feeling about? Ooh, that's nice. But now, we're going to keep it here for right now, just for the video. But, again, I've learned a lot, and I've retained a lot, and I've made some more connections in powerlifting. So, I have no doubt that I'm going to do more live streaming events, and I'm actually grateful. I'm going to look for people to help me and jump on board with this, because again, there's opportunities with what I'm doing. And there are people that I want to help. I got to learn how to help myself first. But I want to give a big shout out to these federations that give me the opportunity to get better at my craft. I want to give a big shout out to the powerlifting gyms that I've been to because of live streaming. And I want to give a shout out to the athletes in powerlifting in general. Y'all have a really hard job as the athlete. Regardless of the headaches and streaming that I have the easy job. I just have to live stream it. One of the things I take pride in as I started live streaming these events, somebody, one of the people commented hey, I want to say thank you for live streaming this. My son is on the platform competing right now, and I couldn't make it. So I'm able to watch it because you guys are live streaming it. And that made me feel relatively good. Son, daughter, wife, whatever. I've heard that in different formats multiple times. I tell you what I do hate though. People really be bold. There was one live streaming event I did. There was a powerlifter. He's known in North Carolina, so really, really strong. But I guess he was just having a bad day during that lift, and those who are watching this are probably gonna know who I'm talking about. But somebody had left a really, really effed up comment. This individual did enough just to stay on the board. And I guess he didn't compete to the best of his potential, and somebody, said this person doesn't know how to powerlift properly or properly like train or condition themselves. And I was like, bro, people can see that. That's why I always leave the comments off during powerlifting. Now y'all can see the comments, when I stream, but I don't, and I'll say this, I feel like, one, that was a personal attack to that lifter. I feel like that was a personal attack to that lifter. Again, I saw it. Y'all couldn't see it as an audience. Like I said, I'll never do that to the powerlifters because people like family members and they are watching. So I would never put y'all in a position to be embarrassed like that. But at the same time, I was like, that, and I kind of learned through streaming, through gaming, like what to address and what not to address, like when it comes to comments. Like when I'm doing my IRL streams or I'm doing my gaming streams, like I don't care. But these athletes, like they put it all on the line. Some people really will run the risk of injuring their body. So I ask like my audience who sees this, past or future or whatever, just like please keep that in consideration when you are watching these athletes, man. Like y'all, this dude don't know how to prep right. Like, bro, shut the damn. And again, I feel like it's so easy to like just be mean when you're doing this. Then you wouldn't have said that to that person and said that hateful ass stuff to that person. Yeah. Anyway, shout out to my audience. Shout out to my people who genuinely support me. And shout out to the people who just watch. Again, like I said, when I made it to 2,100 subscribers, like, bro or sis, like, this right here isn't gonna help me make it like you think. There are other things I got going on behind the scenes that y'all don't know. That's what's gonna help. That's gonna be my vision of making it. But if you are in my community, I'm asking you, please support me. Help me brand myself out, because again, my whole intention with this was just helping. The additional stuff that y'all see, that was just the added bonus. Because I never really had a selfish intent when it came to live streaming these events. Maybe it's a psychological thing I need to work on, but I pride myself in when somebody feels comfortable enough to ask me for help, especially when I don't even feel like I'm capable of helping anybody, But anyway, like, subscribe, tell your friends about me. Continue to support the channel, if not me, for the lifters, and like I said, more to come. So y'all be blessed. I'll be seeing you. I'm about to stream right now, so